Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and remember guys, this is for adults. Guys, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest to find all the photos that you want of these videos. What's up you guys, it's ZacJacDan back with another Every Marvel Legends video. This time we're talking about every missing Marvel Legends, or every one that they showed us prototypes for and they never actually released to us. So here we go. Here's a comparison of the Juggernaut we did get and the Juggernaut prototype that they showed us. And what they were going to do is they were going to give us a Walmart exclusive best of series. And it was going to have the Juggernaut, the Vision, Translucent, the Red Phoenix, Deadpool, and a phasing Ghost Rider. But we never got it, any of that wave. In the Bring on the Bad Guys, this was what they were wanting to do for the Onslaught Build-A-Figure wave. We were going to get a extra figure in with the figure. So Abomination would have had a Skrull, Blackheart would have had a Brood, Green Goblin would have had an AIM Soldier, Lady Deathstrike would have had a Hand Ninja, Loki would have had a Hydra Soldier, Crimson Dynamo would have had a Doombot, I believe is what that was, and Pyro would have had a Hellfire person. Of course, a lot of these we have seen now in other ways, but the bottom two we have not. We've never seen the Doombot or the Hellfire Club guy. So here's some. That was back in 2006 that this happened. Of course, we never got a Crimson Dynamo either. Never released that. Kind of there's a listing if y'all want to pause that and read that. So here's what the prototypes actually look like. I think they look pretty cool. Don't really look like Legends, but they look interesting. And that Hellfire guy is definitely the one I'm looking forward to. Getting some army building going on with. And I like the way the AIM Soldier looks. That big B suit he's got on, very baggy looking. So in the Mojo wave, we were actually going to not only get the Mojo Build-A-Figure, we were actually going to get the X-Babies and the Avengers babies. So looking here at what Frush showed us here, we have the Grey Hulk back in Toy Biz on all these Toy Biz right here. Grey Hulk smashing the fire hydrant on this base, and of course he did not come with this base at all. You have the hover chair from Professor X, and that didn't happen with Toy Biz. They ended up just giving him the wheelchair that came with the movie X-Men Professor X in that Galactus wave. And then you also had a different head sculpt for Mr. Fantastic because there were complaints about it, so they ended up changing it up and give us a completely different head sculpt for that Mr. Fantastic. So in 2006, X-Babies were going to be put in the Mojo Build-A-Figure wave, but they chose not to for some reason. Colossus would have been Colossus, Nightcrawler was Creepy Crawler, Shadowcat was Shadow Kitty, Storm was Shower, Rogue was Sugar, Wolverine was Wolvie, and then you had the Mighty Avengers, which had Captain America as Captain America Kid, and Thor as Thunderstorm. This next video, this picture will actually show us what Iron Man was. So here's kind of a magazine article showing all of them. It also shows us that we should have got Throg 2, Warfrog, and Wildchild. But Iron Man's name was going to be Iron Ace. And there's the Mojo wave, of course, that we got. So in that Mojo wave, you had Psylocke, and this variant right here that we never, like maybe 2 or 3 people got, and then also the silver variant of Luke Cage. So those are some of the most rare figures ever, right there. And then also in the MODOK wave, you had Wasp, this blue variant. So there was 3 different variants that we could have gotten. This one right here was the extremely rare one. 2008 Red King was supposed to be a part of the Fin Fang Foom wave, and it was never released. So in 2008, Valkyrie, Bob East, and the McGinnis Green Hulk and the Red Hulk were going to be in the Fin Fang Foom wave, but they never showed up. The McGinnis Hulk was revamped as the Red Hulk Build-A-Figure, which was released as a Target exclusive. You'll need to see this A by Beast somewhere re-released. So in 2008, we had a fan choice, fan vote, and these were the options. We had Lilandra, Magneto, Silver Samurai, Storm in her swimsuit type look, the twins, North Star and Aurora, and then you had the Gambit in the yellow and blue costume. Now, of course, we got 5 of these since this particular 2008 fan choice, so we are still waiting on Lilandra in her complete costume. We did get a Lilandra head with the Mystique. That was a Walgreens exclusive. And we have gotten several Gambit since, but not this yellow and blue Gambit. But here's the one that actually won that particular fan choice, the AOA Sunfire. So again, in 2009, SDCC gave us some actual figures in hand to choose for the pick a figure or fan exclusive picking of figures. They gave us several that we've just never seen again. There's 12 of them actually. Bob Beast, Bag-Egg Spidey, Lady Bullseye, etc. They ended up giving us a Brother Voodoo, 2 of them actually, and a Multiple Man, but not these versions that they showed us during this convention. So I love that version of Brother Voodoo, and this is actually the version of Multiple Man that I fell in love with that run of the X Factor comics. And definitely, we need to see this Baghead Spidey sometime. So here's the Bob Beast. I don't understand how in the world they haven't taken this one and released it, because that is just an amazing looking figure. And then you got the Captain Marvel or Dark Avenger Moonstone, whichever one you want to call this one. That one definitely needs to be released. And then there's a Terror Inc. here. Spectacular looking figures. I don't know what in the world, but the fan choices didn't choose those figures. They chose some other figures we'll show you here in a minute. Got a Phantom X that they did release, but they didn't give us this all white version. And then they got the white Jean Grey. Still have never seen that one either. Several times they've actually showed us that figure, but it was never released. See that Nuke in the background there? That's not the version of Nuke we got either, but I'm happy with the Nuke we got. Look in the back there, you got the Hood. Would have been a great figure to show us, to give us one of these days. And then of course Lady Bullseye too. And then this version of Havoc on the right looks spectacular too. I would love to see that one released. So the winners of it were Warpath, Deadpool, Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Hulk, and Valkyrie. So these are the ones that actually they released to us at Toys R Us. But then we never got to see any of the other ones ever again. One of the big things that Hasbro did was they showed us some pictures on the package that were supposed to be variant figures that we were supposed to get. And yes, some of them did release, maybe overseas. Very, very little actually got out. And this is one of the Phoenix 5 Cyclops that came with the Puck Build-A-Figure wave in 2013. They also showed off that we were supposed to get a Rogue. I'll show that here in a second. So here is that Rogue figure that, like I said, went out very, very little. This has got the kind of the open bust there and her zipper down. They did give us another 2-pack here recently with a Pyro in her with a zipper up, I guess. A very similar figure to this one. And then another one that they showed off, and I can't remember what wave it was probably the Rocket Raccoon wave, was the Age of Apocalypse Jean. And we did end up getting another Age of Apocalypse Jean figure. Not sure which one I like better. I'm probably happier with the one we actually got, but this was another one that was missing. So during the Epic Heroes wave, there were several variants that were supposed to have come out. This one, Danny Moonstar, would have been a variant for Mystique figure. This was in 2013. We did finally get a Danny release right now, and of course it was a much better version because it actually came with alternate hands and heads for Wolfsbane and Mirage. So in 2013, the Hit Monkey Build-A-Figure wave, we were supposed to get opposite of the Red She-Hulk, the Lyra figure. We still have never seen this Lyra figure yet. Also in the Epic Heroes wave, we had the X-Force Deadpool in his gray and black costume. Supposedly we're going to have a running variant with the red and black costume, which is very similar to the Toys R Us 2-pack with Warpath. Never really saw that one come out a lot either. Similar to the Rogue, there were certain people that probably did find this, but it was very rare to get it. Another one for the Epic Heroes would have been the alternate for Punisher, would have been Blade. Of course, we did get a Blade later, but not this version of Blade. And then, of course, as we've spoke about before, the white version of Dr. Doom. And I don't know, I've seen a lot of these. If they're bootlegs, I'm not sure. But there's been a lot of them actually released in Europe. So if that's the real version, I don't know. I don't understand why they would release this one and none of the other ones. So this one is definitely one they should touch base on again and try to give us that white version of Doom. So here's the Rocket Raccoon wave. And at the time, they did not give us what I like to call the regular Hawkeye with that weird arm. They did not give us the Bulldozer at that time, and they did not give us the white version of Jean, which we still have never seen, and they didn't give us the Age of Apocalypse Jean, which we have still never seen. And then one of the craziest ones is this 2-pack with Killmonger and Everett Ross, is that they were supposed to have a Build-A-Figure Stan Lee. This was in 2018, I guess, because of allegations that Stan Lee had against him for sexual harassment. They completely ripped us off of the box, ripped us out of the box, and decided we were not getting Stan Lee as a Build-A-Figure. Now, of course, we did end up getting him individually packed with the Captain America shield, signed by Stan Lee, the chest set, all that good stuff. So, I guess bygones be bygones, we end up getting that Stan Lee anyway. So here's a picture of Forbush Man and, of course, Frog Thor, or Throg. So I know these are only 5-inch scale, but these are from the Fantastic Four: The World's Greatest Heroes cartoon. Had a pretty cool looking line that they were planning on giving us, but they never did. Would have given us the Mole Monster Build-A-Figure. Had all of the Fantastic Four, Doom, Bot, Mole Man, Skrull, Hulk, Doom. Amazing looking. Also, you see these different colors, the purple Magneto, the darker color Cyclops. Toy Fair Magazine contest Pick-A-Figure. You have the Ultimate Hawkeye that we never got released. Also a Iceman and a Havoc that were never released. These variants of the Toy Biz Bishop, Weapon X Wolverine, and Psylocke with purple hair. A Quinjet Build-A-Vehicle. And then, of course, here's some more of those fan choices. All of these have now been released, but at that time, Angela won. 2016's fan choice. All of these have now been released, of those 4 on the bottom right. But the Terror Inc. and the Solo still have not. So here's those in figure form. And here's some most wanted, I guess. And so for a 2020 STCC fan vote, we had the 3 silhouettes here of some female Marvel Legends. We had to, of course, guess what they were. And they ended up being Silk, Sif, and White Electra. And so, of course, most of us picked what we thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be Electra myself. I lost. She was actually the least voted figure. Sif came in second place with 35%, and Silk, which of course I already had in a different form, came in at 57%, so Silk was the winner. So who do we not have now? We do not have the Sif and the White Electra, so there's some more figures that we are missing. An Absorbing Man giant building size Build-A-Figure. An Odin Build-A-Figure. And of course we did get an Odin Build-A-Figure, but not this one. So Toy Biz did give us some more concept art. Here was a lizard concept art that was never brought into fruition. There was a rhino concept art. This kind of looks a little bit more like the one that we got with the Marvel Universe. I don't know, you guys let me know if y'all think that's what that one kind of looks like, but this would have been a cool looking rhino if we got it in Legends form. Toy Biz also had a Robot Wolverine concept art there. Really cool looking armored effect. From Micronauts, we did have the Bug concept art as well. I think that would go pretty well with our Guardian set as well. Had the Toy Biz Darkhawk concept art. This was the classic helmet look there. Of course, we did get a Hasbro Darkhawk, but it does not have that classic look to it. Also had an unproduced Dire Wrath figure from Toy Biz from the Micronauts. Here's one from Action Figure Insider, shows it in the green form, and then one from the Whoosh showed it in a purple pinkish form there. And then jumping into other comic book conventions, you had their diorama setups and what they showed off at some of those dioramas that were never produced. So first things first was, I know it's not a Legend, but Masterworks kind of fit in with our Legends collections. So there was the Fin Fang Foom with the purple shorts, and it was the reddish orange variant here. They did show it off at a convention. This was from Toy Arc. Got that new mouth sculpt, and I guess this guy has some sound effects that were supposed to be going on with it, which is why they had to give it a new sculpt for his neck and his mouth. Also his horns, I think, were a little different as well. Guys, this right here would have been amazing to get a Fin Fang Foom with shorts. That's the one big thing that I wish that our green Fin Fang Foom Build-A-Figure would have had, was the shorts. Also another one, this is a Marvel Universe diorama here, but notice who Fin Fang Foom is fighting, and the size fits perfectly in my opinion. But you have Devil Dinosaur. And so Devil Dinosaur is definitely one that we need to try to get sometime soon, maybe as a Rider's Wave, I don't know, with either Moon Boy or even Moon Girl both. I think that'd be pretty awesome. Here he is fighting, I don't know who that is he got in his mouth. Maybe one of the Doombots. Next, from AIM, we have the Mandroid repaint in yellow with the AIM across the chest from the SDCC in 2017. Also, we have the hulked out AIM figure. I think both of those would actually be pretty dang awesome to see brought into Marvel Legends form, not just in these dioramas. Also a Quinjet. I know we mentioned a Quinjet Build-A-Figure that they missed out on, but they keep on showing off this Quinjet damaged in these dioramas. That'd be pretty cool. And there's another jet there that kind of made it look like the Milano in the 2018 SDCC diorama. Love the way they just keep on repainting this same jet there. Also, this is Marvel Universe as well, I believe, but come on guys. Iceman he has to have an ice sled. That could definitely be a rider series. Iceman and his ice sled. A huge different ice sled that you can put in different forms. Dang, that would be awesome. And then we had in 2018 in SDCC Dio, you had the Hydra tank. And of course they mentioned, hey, what would you guys think about this as a HasLab? Would you guys enjoy something this scale? So that definitely was never made, but you know, would this be something that we would actually like to see one of these days? Maybe. It's pretty big, pretty huge, pretty awesome though too. And then also you had Overdrive here to finish off that Sinister Six team. Have not seen him yet. And then the Old Man Cowboy Deadpool from the 2019 SDCC diorama. You know, I really thought that this was what we was probably going to get, but instead we got the Pirate Deadpool. So maybe one day we'll be seeing something like this. Alright, so jumping over into the Toy Biz again with the Legendary Comic Book Series lines. There was supposed to be a Wave 3 after the Pit and Monkey Man Build-A-Figure waves. And it was going to be a Ice Giant Build-A-Figure. And of course we did end up getting a Frost Giant, similar sculpt here, similar size as well, in the Marvel Universe line. There's the back and the axe, a close-up of the face and that awesome looking beard. So in that line we would have been getting a Vanguard figure, and here is the figure shown off. And some of the concept art with his little eyeball over his shoulder. We also were going to get another Conan figure in his wolf pelt. This is the concept art for that. And there is the figure at one of the conventions. Shows him come with the bow and arrows. Got that wolf pelt over his body there. The wolf pelt is actually on the ground there though. That would have been pretty awesome looking. And at the same time, there was going to be a variant, because a lot of these legendary comic book heroes actually had variant figures as well, and this one kind of had that tattooed look on him, so that would have been cool as well. In that same way, we were going to get this huge Mean Machine figure. You know, how do we get a Build-A-Figure and a Mean Machine this size? That would have been amazing. So there's the concept art for it as well. Same time, we were just going to get an Aphrodite. There's the concept art for that and the actual figure shown off at a convention. Also, we were going to get a Grendel. There's the concept art for that. Got his spear and the electric staff there. Would have had a poncho or a variant poncho there with a sword and gun and a shield. So here is the Grendel prototype that we never got. Thanks to Action Figure Insider there for that image. Also, there was going to be a Grendel Prime, much larger figure there. Kind of had more of the armored look to him. There's the concept art for that. And the prototype for that as well. And then we had a Nexus. There's the prototype and the concept art for that Nexus figure. And along with that, we were going to get a Nexus variant with the hood down, the head sculpt showing. Madman was going to get a third variant, or I should say third figure, second variant, more of the yellow look instead of just the yellow legs there that he had on that second variant. And then you had Nixon concept art here with that jacket, torn up clothes, different head sculpts there. You had a Rocketeer concept art that we were going to be getting. Of course, since then we've had all kinds of Rocketeer figures, but at that time it was very limited. And then lastly, we have the Big Guy Build-A-Figure. So I'm not sure what would have been actually in this Big Guy Build-A-Figure wave. You got that little figure that would have come with him, very similar to Pit and Timmy. But again, thanks to Action Figure Insider and Foosh for some of these images. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video update. Leave any kind of comments, hit that notification bell so you're aware of any new videos that I have. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys later.
Guys, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. You can find all the photos that you want for these videos.